This is a tutorial for the teachers who will be teaching Gaggle in the Student Tech Conference at the beginning of the school year. I logged into a student account. This happens to be Rachel Alphin's account, so that you have an idea of what it looks like on the student side. Of course, anybody can set their theme. Rachel's chosen to keep hers the blue. But what I wanted you to see were their preferences and the things that they can do so you kind of get a better understanding of it all. Their mailbox looks just like your mailbox, so it has all of the features of your mailbox, and this is where, if given time during your session, the students can go in and they can set up their contacts and they can do friend requests. The way that we have it set up in our district is that they can request friends from this building only and not outside of this building or outside of Gaggle land. It's very possible that I have it set up to where they can chat with students in other buildings in our district, but I'm not quite sure about that even. So if that's the case and it seems to be a problem, I can change those preferences certainly. One of the biggest things you'll want to show the kids is in their classes and how that's set up and what that looks like, and how to access their assignment Dropbox and how that all works. This will be the meat of what you're going to be showing them. How to properly go in there, find their class, look and see what's in their assignment Dropbox, and then work in this digital environment accordingly. This may or may not come up for me today. We've had quite a bit of rain, and they're also working on getting the new import for this school year. So the students will go in there. On your end it looks very similar. Here we go, we finally have it pulled up, and it's got all of the things that yours has. On the right here, if they have upcoming events or upcoming assignments, the upcoming assignments are, if you put due dates on an assignment, then that will populate over here for them. Upcoming events come from their calendar. Their calendar is automatically populated once there is an assignment in here, so that when we get to the Applications tab here in a minute, you'll be able to see if there are assignments in there. But this is how they'll go in and get the assignments from the class. Notice there's nothing assigned here, but this is where they would go to do that. They can also access other things from that class in here. So in other words, if within your class you set up a discussion board, then they can access that from here. They can also access it in Applications, but within each class, each one of these has all of these features. So I'm going to close that one and go to Applications. I would not spend too much time, if I were you, unless you have time at the end, setting up a social wall. Social wall is kind of like Facebook, and it's the fun part, the socialization that they get from this. So I wouldn't spend too much time on that. I would, however, spend time showing them their digital locker. I'm going to click on Rachel's. I doubt very seriously if Rachel or very many other kids have anything stored. All this is file storage. Well, there it is. She does have some. So she's got 7 gigs of storage, just like every student does. Eventually, our H drives are going to be going by the wayside. Not in your Gaggle course that they're going to participate in today, but in the Laptop Basics course, they're going to have time to start moving files over from their H drive into their digital lockers. So don't worry about that. I just wanted you to see that this is a file storage area. Assignment Dropboxes tab can also be accessed here. So if they don't go to My Classes, they can access all the ones that are assigned to them or available to them here too. So there's many different ways they can do it. I would just show them the way maybe that you would like to have them do it, and then let other teachers show them a different way if possible. If they have any blogs that have been assigned to them, no, I'm sorry, I think this is the student blog. So if a student blogs, this is where they would go to access that blog. And GaggleTube, of course, filtered YouTube, discussion boards. This is where, on the discussion boards, if they have any discussions boards that are assigned to them by the teacher, this is where they could go for that too. Chat rooms is a feature that we don't use, I think. If it's turned on, I'm not aware. But it looks like it is. Chat rooms is different from instant message. It's really confusing. That's a chat room. Down here in the lower right hand corner where it says chat, that's instant message. That's where a lot of our kids are getting themselves into trouble on Gaggle. And then finally, in Applications, they have training videos. You have training videos as a teacher. I have training videos on the admin side. They've got training videos as well. If you happen to have time in your 45-minute session where kids are just sitting around and they've kind of got the gist of everything and you've gone through all the things that you've needed to, I would make them go here. I wouldn't give them a choice. I don't want them to have a lot of downtime while they're in these sessions. It's important that they go and watch these videos if you have time remaining. One word of caution, it says homework Dropbox here, and that's been renamed as assignment Dropboxes. So they just haven't updated that yet. I'm going to close out of this and go back and go into the portal links. They can access the SIS portal from here. So it takes them out to SIS. And again, we're having some bad weather this morning, so it may or may not go. We can put more links in there if we want. I don't happen to have any in there currently other than this, but we can certainly put more in there. So for instance, if you have if you have them frequently access websites, they can all access it all from here, especially if you're in Gaggle a lot. So this is really just a little tutorial about what it looks like on the student side so that you're familiar. This is really not for you to show at your 45-minute session that you're going to have with them during the Student Tech Conference. This is really just to give you a heads up on what it looks like on the student side, and that's Gaggle.